Let's talk journaling. Now, this is my journal. I've had her since 2021. Let's see where the first entry was. Yeah, February 1st, 2021. And my first entry is my first day being 26. And I thought now was a good time to do a video about journaling because I have a new baby. Oh, isn't that just gorgeous? I can't wait to start writing in this one. But I'm not going to write in it until I'm 30 because on January 31st, I will be turning 30s. I've been writing in this journal for all of my late 20s, and journaling in general is something that I've done on and off throughout my life. I've always found solace in being able to write down my complicated feelings and wants and desires on a page. And it also just allows me to really visualize what I want, really visualize what I don't want, put things down into words, even if I don't know what I'm going to write at the beginning. Whatever comes out always helps me in some way. So I wanted to make a video about journaling, kind of while I write my last entry in my Super Attractor journal. And I feel a little bit emotional about it, to be honest, because in this journal is all of my deepest wants and desires, my darkest fears, my thoughts and feelings, the most personal, raw version of myself is in this little book. I use journaling as probably the most, for me, powerful way of manifesting what I want. I believe so strongly in manifestation and the law of attraction. Are you joining me for this video? That's so lovely. And yeah, I really find it amazingly helpful to write down exactly what I want. I use a few different techniques, which I will kind of go over briefly in this video. But let's just see what this first entry was a whole 4 years ago. At this time, when I first started writing this, when I was 26, I was struggling a lot with anxiety. Been going on for a couple of years, kind of my early 20s, all the way up until 28, maybe 27. My anxiety was bad. In recent years, touch wood, it seems to have gotten better. I don't feel as anxious anymore on the day-to-day. Of course, I still have anxious moments. In general, I'm still like quite a anxious person, but I'm definitely much better than I was in my early 20s. Oh, I actually wrote on the 1st of February and the 2nd of February. So I was on a roll because I often find that with journaling, I only write when I'm struggling. When everything's great and I feel amazing and work's going well and life's going well, I don't pick up the journal, which is something I want to make more of a habit out of, writing the good stuff. Because, of course, if you only write down the bad stuff, then you're manifesting more of that coming towards you. A few tidbits that I wrote. I have full control of my own reality. I control my thoughts and feelings, and I have the power to choose what thoughts and feelings will serve me. I released any negative emotions and anxiety that was eating me alive. I feel so much better. And then I go on talking about my birthday. I often start off with things like, I'm not too sure what to write today, so I'm just going to write and see what comes out. And then there's a whole page full of things that I've written, my thoughts and my feelings. Just reading back, kind of seeing how much that I've grown. I've always found this just the most fascinating part of journaling, in whatever way you choose to journal. And I've got entries. I mean, I don't know where the books are, but I was writing in diaries on and off when I was like 12, 13, where I first got ill with all of my kidney issues. I was writing in a diary. I'd love to find those. They would be fascinating to look at. Um, but yeah, this journal has served me for a whole 4 years, and it's not that big, so I haven't written it that much. But here I seem to be 4 years ago talking a lot about spirals and spiraling, which is something that I am very familiar with. The old classic spiral. One thing goes wrong, everything goes wrong, everything feels awful, and then suddenly I'm in a deep pit of hopelessness. Um, and I feel for myself. I haven't had a spiral in a little while. Like, I've been doing pretty good. This is so cool. I wrote an entry about a job that I was going for, and obviously looking back, I know that I got that job. Um, but this is the sort of thing, I was super nervous for this audition, and I hadn't worked in a while. It had been COVID, there'd been nothing going on. I think by this point I'd kind of made the decision to go for TV and film over musical theatre. And I was nervous, so I did an entry. And this is what I said: I'm going to bed tonight so excited for tomorrow. I'm going for my recall and I can't wait to show them how perfect I am for the job. Not only that, but I've just found out that tomorrow is new moon in Aquarius. I love astrology and would love to learn more about it all. But all I know is that a new moon in Aquarius is a very good thing, especially for an Aquarius. It's time to manifest my dreams, which seems perfect considering the circumstances. Tomorrow is going to be a day of success. Did I mention we're currently in a global pandemic? Have been for a year now, COVID-19. But that's the last time I'll mention that in here. I don't want to manifest more of that shit. I'm so grateful for this job opportunity. It's going to be the first of many, as I'm finally in alignment with my higher self. I truly can't wait to see what wonders the universe has in store for me. To top it off, tomorrow evening, I'm going to spend the evening with Lana, chatting, drinking cocktails, and celebrating. I wrote all of that. Now, of course, in my very self-critical mind, I would struggle to say I'm going to show them how perfect I am for this job. But the thing is, with manifesting, I find it so helpful to write down jobs as if I already have them, opportunities as if I am completely aligned with them, and why would I not get them? It makes no sense for me not to get them. You have to kind of be super confident in your manifesting, even if you don't quite believe it. Even if I didn't quite believe it and wasn't quite sure that I was going to get this job, writing this down before I went with such confidence, with such certainty that I would get this job, obviously did something, because I would have gone in there maybe feeling a little bit more confident than if I hadn't have written this down. And I got the job. And there's many entries like this where, oh, dear universe, it worked. It actually fucking worked. I can't even express how grateful I am feeling right now. Today, thanks to my previous scripting and manifestation, I actually got the goddamn job. It's crazy because it feels like deja vu, as I've already scripted it and have been through the motions of receiving the call from my agent today. So that's one technique that I use, is really visualizing. The previous page was me writing down as if I'd got the call to offer me the job, even though I hadn't got the call yet, even though I didn't know if I was going to get the job. I wrote down how I would feel, what my agent would say to me, how much money I would earn, where I would be going to do the job. I can't wait to leave. I'm going to pack my bags. Everything as if I already had the call. And then when I got the call to say that this job was mine, it was weird because I'd already done it all in my own head. So it was a weird sort of deja vu feeling. And I was like, this shit works. I fly out to Bulgaria to rehearse. This advert is going to change my life and propel me forward in my career. I just know it. And it did. to a certain level. I haven't got the job yet that has really changed things for me, but it's on the way. And this definitely changed things for me. I went from earning like nothing for a couple of years to earning a good amount on that job, being able to harness my aerial skills and film an incredibly cool advert and be the main person on a set, I think for maybe the first time ever for this job. So yeah, this is cool to read back. I manifest a house, buying a flat or a house. I'm in my house with my beautiful stained glass windows that I bought. And of course, there are times where I've written down job opportunities and things in here, manifesting, talking about something that I'm auditioning for, talking about something that I'm going through, and things don't work out. But that's okay too. And it's also very interesting to read back on as well. So yeah, obviously I'm extremely career focused. So a lot of what's in here is about my career, about me trying to further my career, about me just wanting to get better and better jobs and better opportunities and manifesting what I really want, both in my career and outside of it. Now I've got literally, there's maybe like 15 pages left in here, but I probably won't end up finishing it because I do think it would be really nice to start off my 30s writing in this journal. I'm really looking forward to starting writing in this. I'd love to be able to start on my 30th birthday. I have no idea what I'm doing, by the way. Johan, I don't like organising anything, but particularly my own birthday plans. I just don't want to be doing that. So Johan has been organising, I don't know, something for my 30th, so we'll see. I'm going to write my last entry in here, Marley. Yeah, baby? He's just been outside. So you get a little feature in the video today. How lucky. Yeah. Come with me while I write my last entry in my journal, which I feel has helped me manifest so much of my life. I'm not religious, but this is a form of prayer. I'm not religious, but this is a form of prayer. This is the same as a religious person praying to God. I talk to the universe. My higher self, the universe, I feel like those are two and the same, one and the same. So yeah, I always address it as the universe, and I always ask for her help and her guidance, and I find that that's a really good way for me to be able to connect to who I'm writing to. It's also interesting thinking about how much I have grown from the age of 26 to now nearly 30. I feel like there has been so much growth, maybe the most growth that I've had so far, in terms of the way that I look at life, the way that I view life, my perception, my insecurities, my confidence, my self-esteem, my self-worth. Like, there has been such a significant shift. Now I look back at the age 26 and I feel like that's so young. And when I was 26, I did not feel like that. I still feel young, but I feel like I have got a hell of a lot wiser in these 4 years. sure I'm dyslexic, so my writing in here is an absolute mess, but it literally doesn't matter because nobody else sees. There are so many scribbles, so many spelling mistakes, which is great because maybe if somebody did try to read it, they wouldn't understand what the bloody hell I'm trying to say. There's an entry here from June 2023. This is the year that I decided to start going to therapy. Now, I feel like I should be an advocate for therapy, an advocate for therapy. But my experience says otherwise. I would love to try it again. I think therapy could be hugely beneficial for me if I found the right therapist. But apparently, this one was definitely not the right one because I finally took myself to therapy. Took the leap, paid 80 quid, had 6 sessions, and it was a big load of shit. Like, so shit. Like, sitting in silence kind of shit. Like, teaching my own therapist better ways to look at things kind of shit. Like, getting super anxious to go to therapy because my therapist was so awkward kind of shit. So I don't think I had a very good experience with therapy. I think I thought it was a massive waste of money. I still do think that that particular therapist was a massive waste of money. But alas, this has actually been far better therapy for me than talking therapy, which is what I tried. Because here I can talk with myself and the universe and figure things out for free. No, just kidding. Go to therapy for sure, give it a go. I'm just not gonna lie, I did not enjoy my experience of it. I think I need to try a different style and a different person. It's just so expensive. Anyway. I always get a little bit emotional when I'm writing because I write with all of my feeling, and that always ends up in me crying. Through gratitude, mostly. Why am I such an emotional mess? I didn't expect to cry quite so much. I am very well aware that I do almost always cry when I write really heartfelt journal entries. But that really got me finishing off that journal. Finishing off the most powerful, impactful 4 years of my life so far, and finishing it off knowing that there is only more to come. I think my 30s are going to be the best years yet. I think big things are going to happen in my 30s, and I'm ready for it. Bring it on. I love journaling. I highly recommend, if you haven't tried journaling before. I really like this Manifesting Super Attractor journal because it had a few prompts in it as you go along. For example, to begin the practice of you allowing, get out of the way and let spirit give you direction. Surrender your need to control and let spiritual guidance flow through your pen and onto the page. you know, just little things that can start you off, which I found really helpful because, as I've said, I've journaled throughout my whole life, but it's been more diary entries up until this book, really. This book is when I really started implementing the law of attraction, scripting, talking about it as if it is manifesting. This was my first book of really doing that, although I'm sure I would have done manifesting accidentally in my diary entries before. This new book that I've got doesn't have anything like that. This one's from Etsy. What's my code? Oh yeah. And it's got 2 little slips so you can keep stuff in there, and it's also how the book slots in to the cover, and it's literally just white lines with the option to put a date and day and time of day that you're writing in it. And this will be perfect for me now because I don't need any prompts because I know what I like. I can give myself my own prompts, basically. Goodbye, old. Hello, new. I don't know what this video was. It's just a video about journaling and my passion for it. And if you haven't tried it, I would highly recommend it. It is, like I've said, for me, the most powerful form of manifesting, writing things down. Also, just a really powerful form of being able to figure yourself out, figure your own feelings out. Sometimes you're unaware of how you're actually feeling until you're forced to write it down, and then you can reread it over. Like sometimes my pen will just hit the page, I've got no idea what I'm going to write, and I just let it flow, and I don't know what I've written, and then I look back over it and things make a little bit more sense, whether that is how I'm feeling about something, why I might be feeling that way, what actually the issue is, or what I really want, or, you know, it just clarifies everything for me. So I would highly recommend it if you haven't journaled to start this year, because you can manifest your wildest dreams. I've manifested a lot of mine in just 4 years by putting this into practice and by really feeling as though I am where I want to be. Kind of fake it till you make it. And yeah, I would highly recommend it. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I've stopped crying now, so you don't have to just watch me sit here and sob again. I seem to be making a habit of this on my channel. But yeah, this actually wasn't on my list of videos that I wanted to film at all. It's just, I just happened to be sitting down doing this and I thought, why not make a video about it? So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that like button if you like seeing things like this, manifestation, law of attraction vibes. Give it a thumbs up. And I will see you in my next video. Don't know what it's going to be or when it's going to be, but I'll see you then. Bye.